Here I am in Sydney. I've spent the last week at the NLP conference or course, Master Prac, which has been full on. It's been an intense 7 days, basically learning about how your brain works, your belief systems, our subjective reality versus objective reality, and we just take in the world as it is. So today it's been unreal. Today I've just been able to wake up, sleep in, and just go out and walk. Check out some shops, some retail therapy, and just slow the pace down. So I've got a podcast on this afternoon, so I'm really looking forward to that. This is what happens when you like shoes too much. You end up becoming this weirdo that looks at every single detail. People are like, what are you doing? That's cool. I could wear this one for my daughter. I know she did.
Oh man, oh.
Nailed it. Ooh. All right, so what's my biggest learning in NLP this week? I think it's very much around my 4 powers. I'm only responsible for myself, and I'm not responsible for how others feel or how they take in what I'm sharing. As long as I've got positive intentions, I can only worry about what is important to me and how I can communicate that to others. It's quite powerful when you realize that it's not your responsibility. There's under responsibility, there's healthy responsibility, and there's over responsibility. And when you're practicing over responsibility, you're really mindful and always worried about what other people might think about you. That's an over responsibility. So how I use that in my personal and business life, I think when you look at business, it allows me to separate friendships and business much easier. And it goes, nothing about you, this is just objectively, this is what's happening and we need to address that. It allows you to not put meaning behind anything and just tackle things as they come. And make sure that you're moving towards, a resolution instead of sitting there and stressing about what they might think and, how it's the best way to communicate it. At the end of the day, I think it's really just around making sure that you have positive intentions and going and actually, just going through and making sure that you know that you're responsible for delivering outcomes. And you're not over responsible for how they may receive it. So a real life example would be, let's say you're needing to performance manage someone. There's a lot of emotion that comes with it. It's not whether you like the person or not, but there is something that you need to address. Objectively, there's a problem there, and so you can't bring in meeting. How are they going to feel about it? What does this mean for our relationship? All of these things, it's like, well, as a leader, we have a responsibility to make sure that the business is sustainable and is pulling in the right direction. It's a really great way to sort of practice healthy responsibility and not avoiding it, right? If you avoid it completely because you're too scared, that's under responsibility. If you're too worried about how they might feel about, the situation, that's over responsibility. Go for it.
Okay. What does the next evolution of Vince Lebon look like beyond Rolly?
Beyond Rolly? Oh, wow. What does the next evolution of Vince Lebon look like beyond Rolly? It is a shell-in master.
A what?
Yeah, a shell-in master. Someone that is skilled in design, but also spirituality. So it's mixing my craft and spirituality and just becoming, just like being a student of life. I think we're in a really interesting time in footwear because I think with the evolution of AI and 3D printing, individualization and customization, I think it's all coming to a transition point where we decide then what does it look like moving forward. I think in a similar way, like even if you look at the automotive, people trying to work out, is it going to be electric, is it going to be combustion engines, is it going to be hydro, or like there's just so much happening at one time that I think is going to be a very different world. And I think that's going to impact all industries, footwear included. If I had to start a business from scratch today, I would not be too fixed on any one area because I think it's going to look very different in 5 years' time. So I think sticking with a need, but being really open to how you get there. So it being really open to being disrupted to technology or IT, as an example. Yeah, I think there's going to be a huge shift in legacy businesses are going to be disrupted. So I'd probably start there. For me now, I mean, the NLP course that I just finished is very pivotal in the way I'm going to experience the world. I'm very focused on like goal setting and like working towards things, but I think the next phase really is around just sitting with what's happening and being intentional, but not letting that intention miss the magic in the moment. I think I'm very emotionally, motivated, driven, so always goal setting and working towards something. But I think just being in the moment is really the next phase, looking at that life triangle and going, right, what's important to me? How does that inform the relationships that I have? And then what role does money and value exchange really have in that? And making sure that I'm not overweighted in any one area. The impact that I really want to leave is very much around family more than anything. The business impact that I make is really driven by myself and what gives me energy. And so creatively, I love what I do, and that gives me energy. And I think if I can create a space for other people to share that same energy and do what they love, that would be really meaningful. But yeah, I mean, like I'd love to build this huge global brand that everyone's wearing, but it's bigger than me. When I'm able to release it and let the world take ownership of it, as opposed to saying, this is what I did. I think most founders are going to get stuck over the next 5 to 10 years. As things get disrupted and what worked before will no longer work tomorrow, it's going to be really tough. I think there's going to be a lot of founders finding identity problems. I thought I was capable, now I'm not. It's less about you and more around the world changing. And so I think being open to the world changing, being able to adapt, apply new skills, have a new lens on the world, and perceive what's happening and try to find a way to provide value. I think what is hitting home for me right now is like the saying that the things you walk past are the things you accept. So I think calling things out much sooner as they happen to be able to protect the vision and the world that I want to create. I really want to own my future and not be so guided by trying to make sure that everyone else fits into that world. I think it's really interesting as AI becomes easily accessible. I don't think we're going to value work in the same way that we do now. When you look at, back in the day, you needed to look up an encyclopedia to get information. Now everyone just gets their phone and Googles things. We don't value the encyclopedia in the same way that we do today. I think that's going to be the same with work in general. So I think the work that we're going to value is creative work, because that's the type of work that, that AI won't be able to do as easily. Oh, that's heavy. I think when I think about a business, I'm very much around value. I'm driven around value. And so I'm thinking about a need and a product generally, or a service. If I were thinking about a movement, I now go to a much higher order around society's values, and I think it would be much more around sort of minority empowerment or something like that. It would probably be me traveling and taking a gap year and just taking in the world, traveling. For sure, if I were doing that, I'd still be designing, and I'd be with my family. So once again, it's a life triangle. I'd have all those components in one and not be thinking about the day-to-day and running the business, but just sitting in those emotions with the things that I really care about. And it's a nice feeling just thinking about it. I think AI is a tool and a revolution at the same time. So I think it's, I think if you're not thinking about it now and how it's going to apply to your life, I think it'll hit you and it'll force you to think about it. In the same way that the internet, the same way that phones completely changed our world, I think AI is going to have that same impact or even much bigger impact on the way that we live life. Because essentially AI is, it revolutionizes everything. The way we interface with things, the way we receive information, the way we problem solve, the way we create. So yeah, it's really a really fascinating time. I can't really think of anything else that it's similar to at the same magnitude of what the impacts I think it's going to have.
Like the internet, but even...
Oh, but much bigger than the internet. It's like the internet with a brain. Oh, I mean, I see everything as an opportunity. It's only a problem if we lean into it and use it for bad. And it will be used for bad, but I hope that collectively as a society we use it for much greater good. And as long as the positive intention is there, it will be good. In the same way that we haven't been wiped out by a nuclear bomb. We've had that technology for decades and decades, but it hasn't been used again in a way that takes out society. I think AI will be the same. Us growing up, I think now both my kids use ChatGPT regularly, and they just asked me if they can upgrade their membership just the other day because they're running out of credits, which means they're using it. So yeah, I think it's going to be a tool that sits alongside them. And I see AI a little bit like a navigation system. Yes, you can drive without it, but to go and visit more places and know where you're going and being intentional, it just adds so much more color and insight into the world. Yes, I do. I know exactly what I'll be speaking about. Well, I know he wants to touch on topics around creators versus curators. And he also wants to explore the life's triangle a little bit. So yeah, I'm looking forward to diving deep into those concepts, for sure. Man, make sure you do it with someone that you like, huh? Train. Bro, I'd get your size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll train together.
Yeah, 100%. We'll be on different timelines though, bro. There's no way I'm training at 10 p.m.
We'll find a middle ground, though.
Yeah, right. 6 p.m.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, cool.
Go to the spa together soon after that,
Yeah.
Beat road.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a bad life, to be honest. How's it going? Yeah, good, man. Yeah, good. The sun's out, can't complain too much.
Yeah, he was saying like he just needs to charge
Good. Hey, Dan, how you going, bro?
Hey, welcome, dude.
Thanks,
Appreciate
man.
you
Thanks for having
coming
me.
in.
Of course.
This is Joey.
Hey, Joey, what's happening? Look at him. Okay.
This is Jared.
What's up, Jared? How you doing? How you going? Good, mate. Nice to meet you. Nice. Hello. Hello. How you going? Ah, cool. Thanks, Vince. No, do your thing. Hey, Phil. How you going, mate? I feel like you guys are in the zone. Yeah. Hello. How you going? Hello. Okay, cool. Hey, what's going on? Nice to meet you. Cool. Oh, thank you. Thanks, appreciate it. Logo Lounge. Oh, these books are dope. Believe it or not, I wanted to be an archaeologist when I was growing up. And then I heard about all the curses, I'm like, fuck that, no way. So, yeah, this actually feels like my life, believe it or not though. Like, yeah. Like logos, archaeology, and where's Wally? Like, how does that fit together? No, but that's what I'm saying. This is like my childhood. Right, nice.
Jess and Andrew in there.
Ah, it's alright, you can have one. This is our middle room.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hey guys, how you doing? Sorry to interrupt. So you guys working or pretending to work?
Bit of both.
Whiteboards.
These two.
Are you just going to write something on the whiteboard now?
Mission control here.
Oh, okay, cool, right.
In the world, so
I think Australia's such a small place when you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the bigger a business we get, the more I'm like, man, Australia's really a pretty small market.
Yeah, 100%. And so you're right, you just got to get together. Yeah. The amount of messages I get, oh, I bumped into this guy, he said he knows you. I'm like, yeah, it's so small.
Yeah.
The industry, is, especially in the sneaker space, is even smaller.
Yeah. See you, mate. Thanks for coming on, man. It's going to be awesome.
Nah, of course. Thanks for having me. Your book catalog is like freaking me out a little bit because it feels like so similar. It's like even in the main studio.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to be an archaeologist when I grew up.
I want you to be mine all alone for all time. I want you to be mine all alone for all time.
Anything else we need to cover? Good. Cool.
Be mine all alone for all time. I want you to be mine all alone for
Team.
Very, very small, but thank you for your time. I really, really appreciate it. Keep it speaking about it. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks, man.
Do you mind if I grab a photo of the two of you together?
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Thanks so much, man. Appreciate it, bro.
Nice.
If you want to be in touch with the publisher, we can make it connect.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think they would fucking do it at a heartbeat. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I've really been thinking about that.
Anyway, writing a book is, I think, the hardest thing I've ever done.
Really?
This shit's crazy because you're like having a existential crisis around what is the singular best thing you can give.
Right.